Good morning to you all. Welcome to online classes. And today we are going to study social science subject of class 10th standard. In social science, we are going to deal with the category that is history. So we are going to deal the social science branch that is history. Chapter number first, Advent of Europeans to India. This is your part 4 video. So before discussing today's video, we have to glance what I have taught in the previous lesson. Well, children, in the previous lesson I have discussed about the arrival of the English. So children, I said that on 31st December 1600, Queen Elizabeth, she issued a charter for the East India Company to do business with the Eastern countries. The Eastern countries for at least for 15 years. Okay, along with this royal charter here, children, the East India Company, it arrived to India for the purpose of trade in 1613. Here, the Mughal Emperor Jahangir issued a royal permission to the English for the trade purpose. Okay, children. So later on, they established their first warehouse in the Surat. Okay. Afterwards, in 1617, Sir Thomas Rio, he came from the court of the James I, visited to the court of Jahangir for the establishment of more factories in many places. Okay, children. So here they established their factories in Ahmedabad, Agra, Broch. So in these areas they have established their factories. Later on they took Madras from the king of Chandragiri in 1639. Then Charles II, the king, he gave Bombay with the annual rent of 10 pounds. Okay, children. So afterwards, here in 1690, the English purchased 3 villages that is called as Suttanauti, Kalikatta and Govindapuram near the Hooghly river. Okay, children. So here, after this year, you can see that, children, a new city has been grew near this river Hooghly, that is Calcutta. Okay, so afterwards, children, here British established 3 presidencies, that is Madras, Bombay and Calcutta. Okay, these 3 presidencies were established by the Britishers. Okay, children. So afterwards, here we saw that by the part of the 18th century, the English people, they grew as a supreme power and they implemented some civil code laws where there was the areas under their control. Okay, so these many points we have highlighted in the previous video. And in today's video, we are going to discuss about the arrival of French. Arrival of the French, then competition between English and French. Okay, so today we will discuss about the French and competition between English and French. First we go along with the competition, with the French. So here you can see that, children, French East India Company came to India in 1664. It came to India in 1664. It was the government-owned country. Okay, children, they established their first factory in Surat in 1668. Later they established their factories in Karaikal, Mahe, Kasim Bazar, Machilipattanam, Balasur and Chandranagar. So in these places they established their But children, here the situation has been changed when Dupleix arrived to India in 1746 to Pondicherry as the Governor General from French side. Okay, so children, here there was a constant conflict between the English and the French for the purpose of establishing supremacy over India. Okay, so once again we have a glance. We have a glance here. So the French, they arrived to India to India with a government owned company in 1664. Okay, so they established their first factory. They established their first factory in Surat. In which year, children? In 1668. 1668. So afterwards they established their factory in Mahe. Then Karaikal. Along with Karaikal, here in Chandranagore. Then Machilipatnam. Then after Machilipatnam, Balasore. In these areas, they established their factories. Okay, so afterwards, in 1674, they captured Valikandapuram. They captured Valikandapuram. So this area was captured from the local Muslim ruler, and afterwards it was named as a Puducherry or Pondicherry. So Pondicherry became a administrative center of the French. Okay, so here the Portuguese administrative center was Goa, children, and here the British had 3 presidencies, that is called as Madras, Calcutta and Bombay. In the same way, Puducherry became the administrative center. Valikandapuram, it only named as a Puducherry. Puducherry or Pondicherry. Okay, so here in 1746, Dupleix arrived to Pondicherry. Dupleix arrived to Pondicherry as the Governor General of French. Was the Governor General of French. Governor General of French. So with his arrival, the situation has been changed. Dupleix was really very ambitious person and he wanted to establish supremacy over India. So which made a conflict between the English and the French. So I hope up to here the concept is clear. The French concept is clear. So next we will move the competition between the English and the French. So children, here you can see that before the arrival of the English and the French, Portuguese and Dutch. So these people were also located in India only. But children, they did not adjusted themselves in India because they had to face tough competition with English as well as with the French. So for this purpose, what they did, they withdrawn their side from India and they turned their attention towards other places. Okay, by the 18th century here, the French and the English, they engaged in the constant fight between each other to gain supremacy over India. So here you can see that some situations, some political situations that gave a strong chance for these two parties. Okay, so what kind of political situation has given the chance for them, children? Here you can see that instability arose in the region of Hyderabad and the Carnatic region. So the Carnatic region is the eastern part of Tamil Nadu. So here children, in this region some political conflicts has been taken place. Okay, political conflicts has been taken place. So which given a good chance for them, good chance for English as well as for the French people. Okay, so here both these English and French, they exploited this situation in their favor. Okay children, they exploited the situation in their favor. So which resulted in the three Carnatic wars. So today I start along with the first Carnatic war. First Carnatic war. First Carnatic war, which has been started in the year 1746. It ended on 1748. Okay, so before knowing this here children, one thing I would like to tell you here. So let us know the background of the French. Of the first Carnatic war, which has been started in 1746 to 1748. So children, here you can see that Hyderabad kingdom was there. It has been established in 1724 by Asaf Zah. Okay children, so Asaf Zah has a son, his name was Dost Ali, who was ruling the Carnatic region. So Dost Ali was not loyal to his father. So Dost Ali, he was killed by Marathas in 1740. So the Marathas looted the Carnatic region and imprisoned his son-in-law. His name was Chand Sahib in Satara. So children, in such condition, Asaf Jah named Anwaruddin as the Nawab of Carnatic in the place of Dost Ali. In the place of Dost Ali, Anwaruddin became the Nawab of Carnatic region. Okay, this was the background of the first Carnatic war, which has been started in 1746 to 48. So let us study it very detailed. Okay children, so here Dupleix, he was the Governor General of the French. He asked Law Bourdonnais, a French military leader. He belonged from Mauritius. So he captured Madras. Madras was the presidency of the British. Okay, this has been captured by Law Bourdonnais when Dupleix ordered to Law Bourdonnais. Okay children, so here you can see that the helpless Britisher, they asked help of the Nawab of the Carnatic. His name was Anwaruddin. Okay children, so Anwaruddin, what he did, he sent his army to capture Madras. Anwaruddin sent his army to capture Madras. But children, here Anwaruddin army it failed to defeat Logordanes. Okay, so but here what will happen, children? Here the clash has been taken place between Logordanes and Dupleix. So in such condition, what will happen here? Logordanes, he took money from the Britishers and he returned back the Madras presidency to the Britishers. So which was not tolerated by the Dupleix. The Dupleix, the Governor General of French, he did not tolerate him. Okay, so which enraged him very badly, and here Dupleix, what he did, he took army and he went to defeat the Britishers. But here he faced failure to defeat the English army. Okay, so here children, you can understand that a treaty has been signed between the France and England, that is called as Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. So like this, the first Carnatic War has been ended with the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. So let us understand it with the notes. So here you can see that, children, Logordanes. Logordanes, he was a military leader. Military leader. Okay. So what he did? He invaded Madras. He invaded Madras. He invaded Madras. So here Madras, this was the British presidency, children. Okay. So here you can see that when Logordanes invaded Madras, it was captured by him. So here the English, they asked help. English asked the help of Anwaruddin. Okay, Anwaruddin, he was the Nawab of Carnatic. Anwaruddin, Nawab of Carnatic. Okay, so he was a Nawab of Carnatic. So he sent his army to defeat Logordanes. He sent army to defeat Logordanes. Okay, but what happened here, children? Anwaruddin's army has to face the defeat by Logordanes. Okay, afterwards what happened here? Logordanes conflict between Dupleix and Logordanes. Okay, there was conflict between Dupleix and Logordanes. So this reason what will happen here, children? Logordanes returned wait 1 minute. Logordanes joined the English. Okay, now these people are friends. And what they did, children? Result here, Logordanes returned Madras. Logordanes returned Madras to English. So finally, the first Carnatic War was won by whom, children? Yes, you are absolutely right. This has been won by the English only. Here, English won the war. Then the French. French has to face defeat. French has to face defeat. Okay. So here in the first quadratic one, the French has to face defeat. So due to this reason, what happened here? France plus England signed a treaty called as Axiom Chapter. Okay. Finally, the first Carnatic War was ended with the Treaty of Axiom Chapter. Okay, so I hope children up to here the concept is clear. If you have any doubts, if you have any query regarding this, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching this video, children. We will meet in the next video.